Hello friends, welcome to my channel Creating Essence. I am Megan. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're hanging out at the park today, sitting in the pavilion, but the sun is very bright, so you get some really fun lighting today. I am joining a whole bunch of other wonderful homeschooling YouTube mamas in a collaboration about homeschooling through the rough times. I certainly have a fair bit of experience in this, and I am positive there are plenty of other homeschooling mamas out there struggling with a variety of things. So if my shared experiences can encourage any of you, I am happy to share. So if you see even any of my pregnancy and birth videos, you might remember that with 4 of my 6 pregnancies, I have experienced what's called hyperemesis gravidarum. Okay, sweetie. That basically means from the time my body gets a single whiff of pregnancy hormones, around 5 to 7 weeks, I get ragingly sick. Like, can't even keep water down. If I swallow my saliva, I'll be vomiting pretty quickly. That usually lasts for 15 to 25 weeks. It's not pleasant. It is draining. It is physically exhausting. It is really kind of emotional torture. I have homeschooled through it for 3 pregnancies. People ask how you homeschool through that challenge. For me, it was about adjusting expectations. Yes, there are still core subjects you need to be done. A lot of times, I would just set up camp on a couch, on my bed, have kids and all their supplies gathered around me, and we would just crawl through, just creep our way through the bare bones. It's hard. It's a lot harder than I can describe, but you can do it. You really can. Hyperemesis will end, pregnancy will end, and you will get the new challenge of a new baby, but you can do it. Your kids will not suffer because of a few months of bare bones, just the necessities. Sort of along the same lines, I also have an autoimmune disease. I have what's called chronic fatigue syndrome, and in 2017, my body was in true crisis. There were days I physically could not force my body to wake up. There were days I had true insomnia for days on end. If you'd like to hear more about chronic fatigue syndrome and what I experienced, I'll put the video I did on it in the info box below from last August. And once again, I kind of took the same approach. Gather the kids around me with the bare necessities, allow my body the rest I need, and adjust expectations. Keep creeping slowly through what you can do. And maybe there's going to be a little more TV watched. We got a very inexpensive subscription on our television service called Jelly Telly. For us, that's really fun because it has things like Buck Denver's What's in the Bible, Veggie Tales, 3-2-1 Penguins, all sorts of really wholesome programming. And I could feel perfectly safe with my kids just piled on the bed around me, watching that on TV for an extended period of time. I have also had the challenge of homeschooling through the loss of a child. In January 2015, my husband and I lost our son Asher in the 2nd trimester. It was very unexpected. We just went to a routine well visit for my pregnancy, and he was gone. After that, I developed some complications and had to have an emergency surgical birth for him. Physically and emotionally, I was a wreck. That presents an enormous challenge for homeschooling. Once again, I adjusted my expectations. I gave our family a lot of grace because not only was I struggling emotionally, my kids were experiencing very real grief. And truthfully, for about 6 weeks, we didn't do any schoolwork. We did none. We learned how to live, how to walk, how to exist on this grief-filled path that was our life now. Because our children were experiencing the loss of their brother. I was experiencing the loss of my child. My husband still had to go to work, but was also experiencing the loss of his son. And I was physically a very broken person. So we just did nothing. We let ourselves grieve and start to heal. We drew a lot of pictures. We talked a lot. We watched TV. We cried together. You don't always have to power through. Sometimes survival mode means learning how to breathe in and out again. Sometimes survival mode is just making a meal for your kids. And the learning in that is life. It's learning how to live again with this new, different state of your heart, really. Grief is a very heavy burden to carry, and it takes a lot of processing to move through it. And that is learning. And I am totally okay with the fact that for almost 2 months, I had 4 kids and we did 0 schoolwork. Everybody's life is unique. Everybody's abilities are unique. And what your family needs is going to be unique. There are very real challenges, and you do have the power within yourself to face them head on, however it is that your family needs to face them. I was a teacher before I had kids of my own, and I can tell you with great confidence that it's going to be okay. That your kids will catch up, your kids will learn plenty, and that rest is important. And your kids seeing you take the time to grieve, take the time to heal, take the time to rest, and just doing a little something every day is enough learning while you get through those challenging times. A lot of time in the classroom every single day is spent on crowd control. Kids are sent home with homework because teachers don't have time to even do the basic practice in a lesson. So just laying on the couch and working through the day's a little bit of the day's content with your kids is still more than most classrooms get through in a day. Being present, loving your kids, making sure they are well cared for, and steadily moving forward, even if you feel like it's at a snail's pace, is still good progress. And you can make it. I would love to hear in the comments below how you have handled challenges to your homeschooling journey. There is a playlist of a bunch of incredible mamas here in the info box below that I would love it if you go check it out. I'm going to watch it because I can always learn from other moms too. So I would love it if you would join me in watching that playlist and gleaning the wisdom that all of these different ladies from different backgrounds and different sorts of families have to share with us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, friends. If you like this video, as always, give us a thumbs up. It tells YouTube we have something good going on here. And subscribe if you'd like to hang out for more. We'll see you again tomorrow, my friends.